Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. Coming up, who's the new favorite to be the next James Bond?
Also, has a turkey trot ever led to a breakup?
All that and more on the way next. An entire family convinced a man's fiance that they run a 10K turkey trot every Thanksgiving.
Oh, no.
8772 RadioU. Here's the problem. They don't.
They lied?
It was a lie. It was a prank that has now taken the internet by storm because, of course, they pulled off this elaborate prank and they put a lot of effort into this.
Okay.
They made up like shirts and hats and they gave this fiance, they gave her a tutu that she is supposed to wear for the turkey trot.
Aww.
All this stuff. And then the rug pull where they're like, actually, this is all fake.
We're not running.
There's no turkey trot.
I would be celebrating.
Yeah. Well, this fiance, so the video has been taken down because it's been so controversial, the original video.
Okay.
But it's become so controversial because she cries.
Oh, no.
Which I've read from the reaction to the video, but I don't know if you're right. Could it be happy tears?
Yeah, she's like, thank goodness.
Yeah.
I don't want to run a 10K.
Or what it was, but this is my question now. 8772 RadioU. The whole family was in on this.
Okay.
They all tricked this woman into thinking that she was going to have to run a 10K turkey trot with them for Thanksgiving. And then at the last moment,
backed out.
Yeah, backed out. I was like, no, this is all just a big prank, just a big joke. Was it mean? Was this a horrible thing? Should she call off?
That's what the internet's saying?
The
that
internet
it was
is seemingly very against this family for doing this. They think it was mean. They think she should call off the engagement. She shouldn't be a part of this family.
Why is the internet so freaking sensitive?
I know.
Oh my gosh. Get over yourselves. Seriously?
Yeah, lots of people here. Let's see. Here's one person who says, do you really want to marry into a family where hazing and humiliation are part of the entrance fee?
This isn't humiliating. This is funny. It's a joke.
This woman says they filmed this whole thing and posted it so that her humiliation wouldn't just live on as part of the family legacy, but as part of her digital footprint.
This person is nuts. They are nuts.
She's not alone. There's a lot of people on the same wavelength that are saying that this was a dirty, dirty trick. And that these people are horrible, and that they should have never have done this, and this woman should be thinking twice before marrying into this family.
Oh my gosh. Well, one thing that the internet never shocks me with is that some corner of the internet can find two people that I would consider crazy that agree on something that I think is insane.
I mean, it's more than two people. They are like.
Well, what I mean is they can just find a corner and congregate together and agree on one thing together.
So many congregated that this family whoever posted it took down
the video
because
down.
They were tired of dealing with the reaction to it. But I mean, the argument also, like, maybe she was humiliated. She might have bought. She's wearing running shoes in the video, so it's like, did she buy those just for this turkey trot?
From the screenshots, it looks like they're all wearing running shoes.
Yeah. How long did she train to prepare for this? How much of that time is wasted? She'll never get back for a race. She never had to run.
Wasted time? That's not wasted time at all. Like, go run your own 10K now. You just don't have to run one on Thanksgiving morning.
I think it's funny because if this was a group of guys. Right, like if it was a fantasy football league of guys.
No big deal. Yeah.
And they convinced one of the guys that he had to run a turkey trot.
Yeah, people would be laughing it up in the comments.
It would be fun. It's because it's a fiance and a family, I think, that makes it feel worse. But,
well, I think people
and to me, like, it is kind of tough. Like, she was in a tough position of, like, what if she was thinking it's not actually real? But then I'm not, like, I don't want to, ruffle the feathers of the family.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want to actually do it.
Yeah.
But I think what happens a lot with the internet, we see this all the time with these type of videos, is people project their own experiences on someone else. Mm-hmm. So when they see somebody getting potentially upset. Again, these could be tears of joy that she doesn't have to run a 10K.
Yeah.
They may have had horrible experiences with in-laws, like actual toxic situations. And now they're projecting onto her those same experiences, and they're like, get out of there.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in those situations. And it could be, we don't know this family, but just from this video alone, you can't judge them.
Again, the original video has been taken down, but to me, how it's described, it seems to me like this family did this in love. Like they're welcoming her into the family.
Right.
And so I wouldn't do this, but I also think it's pretty harmless fun.
100%.
And she really shouldn't be humiliated. Like,
well, and
there's no reason to be embarrassed. They tricked you.
Later in the video, she's dancing inside.
I think she
seems
fine.
very happy she doesn't have to run this race.
Yeah, I think it's all getting blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
I hope you're ready because one of the biggest shopping events of the year kicks off tonight. And I know we've had a lot of big shopping events from the last week, but hopefully you've saved a few dollars for Bath & Body Works Candle Day.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they did this.
I didn't either. Apparently it's gone on for 14 years.
That's crazy.
And I'm so upset that I didn't know because I love a good candle.
Me too.
Yeah, and Bath & Body Works for 14 years. This will be the 14th year of Candle Day, where starting tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, you can get any of their 3-wick candles for $9.95.
Wow.
Which is over 50% off from what they normally are.
I was going to say, I don't buy Bath & Body Works candles too often because they're a little out of my budget.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a pretty good deal price. But I just went to the thrift store literally yesterday. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a Bath & Body Works candle, but I got a wood wick candle.
Oh,
those ones that make the wood burning sound?
I have a couple of those.
Love those. Brand new for like $2.
Dang.
And so I feel like people don't be sleeping on the thrift store. They have new candles all the time.
Yeah, but you never know what you'll get there.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a gamble.
That's a real gamble. Bath & Body Works, this is, they have over 180 different style or types of candles, different scents.
Yeah.
That could be included in this. And it's literally anything that's a 3-wick is included, which means obviously all the stuff that they would normally have, but also the stuff that rotates in and out, limited edition, seasonal. So you can get some really, really fun finds.
I love it.
And I wish I knew about this earlier. I'm going to be honest with you. Last year, a lot of my Christmas list was candles because I love candles.
Okay, I did not know this about you.
Yeah, and I got a lot of candles.
What scents do you like? Or do you like more like mahogany, teak wood? Like, what are the scents you enjoy?
My favorite one that I have right now is a woodwick one that's like cashmere, I think.
Cashmere smells so good.
Yeah. And so I got a lot of candles last year and I haven't burned through them all. So this comes at a bad time for me.
Well, no, you can stock up.
I am stocked up. I have a lot. I have like all the different seasons too, because now I like obviously the cashmere is evergreen.
Yeah.
But right now I like burning like the pine tree kind of smells. Yep. Or like cinnamon something.
Yep, I have a pine tree one right now.
I have a Christmas berry one.
Ooh.
But I'll also tell you that I have noticed in my candle burning days that there is a vast difference from, like, I got a $3 candle recently.
Yeah.
And it smells nice, but the power of the candle varies from, if you pay extra, if you're paying for the more expensive candles, you actually will smell them for a wider radius around the candle than
100%.
the cheapo ones. So.
Yes, I agree. I've bought several candles that are just like the cheap ones from like the Dollar Tree or Kroger. And it's like, unless you're right up next to it, you're really not smelling it as much.
Exactly.
But the Bath & Body one, like that'd fill my whole apartment with the scent.
That's part of why I love this cashmere. It's a woodwick and it's like, it smells while I'm burning it. It fills up the whole room and then it keeps smelling even after you blow it out for a while.
I love that.
Oh, yes. Well, happy Candle Day. Hope you find some good deals this weekend at Bath & Body Works. Spotify Wrapped finally showed up yesterday.
Yes.
Here's what I want to know from everyone at 8772 Radio U. What was your listening age? You got to tell us, what was your listening age? 8772 Radio U, because that was like the fun new thing that I wasn't expecting when I got my Wrapped yesterday. And I'll be honest, it did kind of hurt a little bit.
Mine definitely hurt because it felt like it was a meme. It felt like it was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Like Spotify thinks I'm a joke.
Yeah. What was your listening age?
67.
Oh, 6'7".
Exactly.
Yeah.
It truly was a meme. I'm like, come on. Because they said it's because I listen to a lot of music from the 70s.
Uh-huh.
And it's true. I do.
Yeah.
The Eagles are my favorite band. Why not just give me 65?
You could have given any other number.
Any other number. It felt purposeful.
Yeah.
You know, they were like, we're going to give you 67.
Well, you shouldn't feel, I know you got 6'7", but you shouldn't feel as bad as me.
Okay.
Because my listening age was 79.
What? You could be my grandpa.
79. And just to be clear, that's off by close to 50 years. 79, because it says I listen to a lot of music from the early 60s.
Yeah.
Which is accurate. This year, I've listened to the entire Bob Dylan discography.
Yep.
I've listened to a lot of, I went through a lot of the Nat King Cole discography.
Oh.
I'm not just talking the Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been listening to it all year, and so that's where that comes from. But it was so, Nene was here for this. I was going through, and it said my listening age is 79. But then it's like, you listen to the newest releases. You're always listening to the freshest stuff. And it's like, then how come my age is 79?
Yeah, that also confused me too, because while my playlist, they generate the 100-song playlist of your top 100 listened to songs, there's plenty of songs from the 70s in there. But my top 10 is all new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's all newer because the past 2 years I've gotten a lot more into, alternative indie rock.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of that stuff is new. And, I haven't been listening as much to the 70s rock like what I used to. But I guess there's so much of a backlog of me listening to 70s music that they're like, nope, you're still 67.
Yeah, you're right, because my top songs of the year were mostly all stuff that came out this year.
Yeah.
But my artists were definitely older ones. Landon texted in. He says his listening age was 39 because he listened to a bunch of early 2000s dad rock.
Nice.
He was getting on the Creed bandwagon. Susanna texted in. She says her listening age was 22.
22.
It's the same as Nene, right?
No, Nene was 18.
Who was 20? Oh, no, I guessed 22 for Nene.
Okay.
But I mean, 18, 22, what's the difference?
I think Lex might have been 22.
Hers
Because everybody was sending theirs in the group chat.
Yeah.
So Max, he says his listening age is 61, and it's actually pretty close to his regular age because he's going to be 59 in February.
Dang, he was almost right on the nose.
Yeah, so he must listen to music from his own era, and so they got you spot on,
Radio
Max.
U. And Radio U.
Yeah.
8772 Radio U. Let us know your listening age. We'd just actually like to see your whole Spotify rap, particularly if the RadioU podcast is on there.
Yes.
That'd be extra nice to see.
If that was your top listened to podcast, that'd be awesome.
Do you think it's a coincidence, Allie? Do you think that, Christmas is there's two things that people think when they think of Christmas. One, Santa.
Okay. Yep.
Two, God, Jesus. Because those are the two things, the two Christmas things. Do you think it's a coincidence that many people, I think, consider Jesus or God so similar to Santa Claus? I think it could be, there could be something there.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of people, you think, the image of God you have in your head is old guy,
Yep.
big beard,
Yep.
sees you when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake. He's basically spying on you. You don't hear from him much, but if you're not good enough, you're getting nothing good. And that's what a lot of people think, right? When you're thinking of God.
Those are some classic, talking points.
Yeah,
that have been given.
God is better than Santa.
100%.
God is better than Santa because, one, Santa only comes once a year.
Yep.
God's there every day.
Every day.
Jesus is there every day. Santa's even if you're good, you get presents once a year. Jesus wants to he is there with you every single day, not spying on you, but actually going with you through your day. And he gives you good things. And he's not just waiting for a moment to say, oh, I guess you're on the naughty list. Coal for you. Jesus is way different than, like, actually way better.
Yeah.
And he wants to be with you there every single day. And that's something that you can actually have, that you don't have to worry about being on the naughty list all the time, that you can have a relationship with God who loves you, who is there with you, who wants to help you through every single day, not just give you a few gifts at Christmas time.
100%. And I do agree with you that, unfortunately, that kind of narrative has been out there for a long time. It's misinformation.
For sure.
The whole idea that, God is just waiting for you to mess up and then you're done for and he's coming after you. I'm sorry. If that was told to you as a kid growing up, I know a lot of people that have turned away from God because of that message. That's not at all what God wants. He wants to, have a relationship with you. And let's remember, I guess, the cliche statement, the reason for the season. Why do we give gifts to one another during Christmas? It's because there was a first gift given. And that was Jesus being given to us by God. God decided that, it's described in John 3:16. He gave his only begotten son, his only son, to die for us on the cross, to die for our sins. And that salvation, that grace is completely free to you. All you have to do is say yes to it. You don't need to be worried about, oh my goodness, am I messing up here or there? Like, yeah, we don't want to mess up, but just know that God's not waiting there looking for you to mess up and he's coming after you with some coal if you do.
Exactly.
He is there for you, and that gift was given for a reason, and it's free to you.
It's literally why at RadioU.com/free gift, that's why we call it that, because that is what it is. It is a free gift given, and you can get it throughout the year, any day of the year. You should definitely find out about it. Go to RadioU.com/free gift if you want to know more.
Order in the court. Be seated.
You be the judge on Radio U.
We need your verdict on this case at 8772 Radio U. A woman says she was riding the Mako roller coaster at SeaWorld when she was hit in the face by a duck in the middle of the ride. What? She's filed a lawsuit claiming that SeaWorld created a zone of risk by building a high-speed roller coaster in an area where birds naturally congregate. SeaWorld says not only is the lawsuit baseless, it wasn't even a duck. According to the SeaWorld's lawyers, the woman was actually hit by a snowy egret.
Oh.
So there's no debate. They're not even saying she wasn't hit by a bird.
It was just a different bird.
They're just saying it was a different bird than what she's saying. And therefore, but they do say, therefore, that makes her whole claim factually wrong from the very beginning. SeaWorld also says the bird was flying in open air. It wasn't emerging from any SeaWorld-controlled habitat. Wild birds can fly anywhere, so the park can't be held responsible. The accident could have happened even if there were no ponds or water nearby.
Yep.
And according to SeaWorld, the woman refused medical treatment at the park, saying she didn't want to, quote, waste time, and didn't get treated until the next day. So the park wants the lawsuit thrown out, saying you can't sue a theme park for something they had no control over, like a wild, random bird flying by. The woman says SeaWorld should have anticipated bird activity in the area and made the coaster safer. So,
by doing what and closing the whole thing?
You be the judge. 8772 Radio U. Should SeaWorld be held responsible for a guest getting hit by a wild bird while riding a roller coaster, or is it a freak accident that nobody could prevent? 8772 Radio U. Let us know your verdict for this You Be the Judge situation.
I already have a verdict.
All right. 8772 Radio U. Weigh the evidence and be prepared to deliver your thoughts coming up. We are doing You Be the Judge. A woman is suing SeaWorld after she was hit in the face by some kind of wild bird while riding their Mako roller coaster. She is arguing that SeaWorld should be held responsible, should have to pay her some kind of something because the roller coaster was built in an area where birds tend to congregate. Where SeaWorld says she doesn't even know what kind of bird hit her. Maybe that's because the bird gave her a concussion for all we know. But, she doesn't even know what kind of bird hit her. This whole thing needs to be thrown out. They can't be held responsible for what wild birds do.
Yeah.
8772 Radio U. We need to know your verdict. We'll start with Marcus, who says, if a bird hit me in the face at 60 miles an hour, I'd probably want somebody held responsible. They probably should have evaluated bird activity and maybe put in some like nets or barriers or something like that.
Okay. We heard from Susanna. She says, quotation, place where birds tend to congregate, a.k.a. the sky. Not guilty.
Regina says, Karen's not winning this one, especially if it's not near an exhibit or an attraction for the bird. She should duck next time.
Nice play on words, Regina. We heard from William. He said, I would say this is pointless and the lady just wants money since she didn't even want medical treatment when asked. I would say the park should not have to do anything, but if I were the one or the owner of SeaWorld, I would just refund the lady her park entrance ticket just as a way to get the lady to be quiet. The whole thing is ridiculous to begin with, and unless the roller coaster was indoors, this could have happened on any coaster ride at any park. I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Second William says, sounds like the zone of danger is a little more localized considering the lady lacks the common sense to see how dumb the situation is and refused medical treatment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking, so like we're talking about, like Susanna said, areas where birds tend to congregate, aka the sky. But like roller coasters, a lot of them have like those ponds underneath. Mm-hmm. So that could be, I could see what she's saying if I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt of like, if this is a pond that like a retention pond or whatever it is, that's under the roller coaster and they know that animals do tend to go down there, that could be a problem. Maybe I could see a little bit of that, but also even in that case, what are they supposed to pay her?
Yeah.
Because she got hit in the face. And if she was like noticing ducks down there before she got on the roller coaster, maybe she should have just not got on if she thought it was going to be a problem.
Yeah, if she really truly thought it was a concern. I mean, if I was hit in the face with a bird going 60 miles an hour, I also would be upset. Mm-hmm. So first off, I want to say, I'm sorry this happened to you. It shouldn't happen to anybody. It stinks. But I tend to agree with SeaWorld that when it comes to birds and wild animals, you can't really control what they're going to do. I remember one time I was on a safari, I got struck in the head by a dung beetle. A dung beetle.
Ew.
Do you think I'm going to sue the safari company?
Maybe you should have.
They can't control that. It's an open air truck and we're flying through a wild national park.
Let me ask you, did you sign a waiver before you did that?
I don't know if you have to sign a waiver, but they do tell you certain like instructions of what you should and shouldn't do.
Because I'm thinking at SeaWorld, I don't think you sign a waiver, but it's like a contract agreement.
Terms and services.
Yeah,
and stuff.
when you pay when you have your ticket.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that being hit in the face by a bird isn't included in that.
It might be now.
Yeah, maybe they probably might want to include it. Yeah. I really feel like I think it was the first William that mentioned this. They should have offered her something.
Yeah.
Just like
they
it wouldn't
offered
kill
her
them.
medical treatment.
Yeah, but they should, free park entrance, a drink pass, like give her something.
Well, now
because it's an unfortunate thing, but they shouldn't have to go through court for this.
I was going to say, they might have done that at the beginning, but now that she's sued them, they're certainly not going to give her an inch.
Yeah.
Because that just makes it seem as if they're guilty of something, and they're not.
Yeah. So I think we're all mostly on the same page here. It's not SeaWorld's fault.
No.
Not guilty. A new favorite has emerged to be the next James Bond.
Oh?
It's a guy named Callum Turner.
Okay.
8772 Radio U. What do you think of this? Have you heard of this guy, Callum Turner?
I have.
I've heard of the name. I've heard of it mostly prior in reference to he could be a long shot to be James Bond.
Yeah.
Now he's the favorite.
Wow.
He became the favorite. It seems that people are speculating this based off of not like rumors from MGM or anything like that, Amazon, who's actually in charge of deciding this.
Right. They haven't announced anything.
No, but he recently got engaged to Dua Lipa.
Okay, yes.
And
I remember this.
He's in a movie that came out this weekend that I guess people think is where he was particularly Bond-like. and that's a movie called Eternity, which we talked about on the weekend watch list.
He was Bond-like in Eternity? Isn't that supposed to be a rom-com?
Very suave. I don't know how calm it is, but
okay.
Definitely rom. And apparently, I guess he was pretty, kind of sexy, kind of suave, kind of smooth in Eternity.
That's a part of James Bond's character.
I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know. But so he has become the favorite. A name that, like, even going through the movies that he's been in Fantastic Beasts.
Yep.
The Harry Potter prequel stuff, which I don't know. I've never watched any of that.
I haven't seen any of them.
I know he's not the star because that's Eddie Redmayne, right?
Yes.
So I don't even know what he does. He's also in something called Masters of the Air, which I've never heard of, and The Boys in the Boat, which is a George Clooney war movie.
Okay, I've never...
Oh, no. I think it's a George Clooney rowing movie.
Rowing?
Yes.
War, rowing, same thing.
Those are the two types of movies George Clooney makes.
It's true. I haven't seen any of those. The only thing I've seen Callum Turner in is there's a mini-series called War and Peace, which is based off of Tolstoy's book.
Okay.
And he plays one of the characters, one of the very unlikable characters, by the way, in that mini-series. And so... that's the only time I've ever seen him. He did come across as a little bit of a jerk. Obviously, he's unlikable. But I could see, just from appearance-wise, like, he could probably pull off the whole suaveness thing. So, because even though he's a jerk in the show, he's very appealing to a certain female character. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like it makes sense that he could potentially be a Bond.
He's attractive enough. Like, he could fit the Bond role from that perspective.
Yeah, he's attractive in, like, a non-traditional way, if that makes sense. He's not like an Army Hammer or like somebody that you would think of that is like almost like an Adam West. A classic look.
Would you consider Henry Cavill like classic?
Yeah.
Classic, yeah.
Yes, like
he does not look like
a Superman look, you know? Like, there's something about it that's like clean cut.
Yeah.
He looks a little more, he's like attractive, but it's in a way of almost like he's like in a punk band or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, it's a little off the beaten path, but he's still attractive.
So you think he could work as Bond? You think he'd be a good choice?
He could work as Bond as a young Bond. I think he would be like a Bond that's a little bit untested, almost not quite as ready and able to maneuver everything like a Daniel Craig or a Sean Connery. So I think that's the way I would view him, because he's so young looking, and again, kind of almost I don't know the right word to explain this, but it's just like not quite put together. Okay, if that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Well, he's 35 years old.
Okay.
And I think it could work. I think it might be able to work.
I think it could work too.
But I also know very little about him.
I like choosing somebody that wasn't one of the favorite lists.
Yeah, I agree with that, because even Daniel Craig, I'm sure some people knew who he was when he was chosen as Bond. I didn't think he was a household name.
Not really.
I feel like that's good for James Bond.
Yeah.
You don't want, as much as I would like Idris Elba as Bond. The problem with that would be like, oh, look, it's Idris Elba.
Not James Bond.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's James Bond.
Yes.
Who gets chosen. So we'll see.
Who's on top and who's not? It's First to Worst on Radio U.
8772 Radio U. We want you to let us know what you think of today's First to Worst topic. It's cookies. So Allie and I will be picking our favorite and least favorite or worst type of cookie. And we're talking about like types, recipes, not brands.
Yeah.
And Allie, it's my turn to go first, but we've never done this before. But I think we might have the same pick, particularly for first, but we might have the same one for worst too. So what I want to do is do our first at the same time.
Okay.
3, I did 2 fingers. 3, 2, 1.
Chocolate
Peanut
chip
butter.
cookies.
Okay, we don't have the same. Okay, nice.
I went with chocolate chip.
Yeah, I went with peanut butter. I think peanut butter has a wide range of, you can get some peanut butter cookies that are just not very good, dry, somehow not flavorful, but an amazing peanut butter cookie. The best peanut butter cookie is the best kind of cookie there is.
Okay.
For worst, you want to do worst at the same time too?
No, it's okay. You can go for your worst.
Oatmeal raisin is the worst.
Okay, we have the same worst.
Yeah, okay. I thought we might agree on at least something. Oatmeal raisin is the worst, and it's so crazy because it's just solely ruined by the raisins.
Yeah, I love oatmeal cookies. I love oatmeal cream pies.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, it's the raisins that throw me off every single time.
Yeah.
I literally just had an oatmeal raisin cookie, and I ate it, but the whole time I'm just like, man, this would be so much better without the raisins.
It's funny, too, how good cookies are, because even oatmeal raisin cookies, if you take the raisins away and it's just an oatmeal cookie, or it's an
great.
oatmeal with chocolate chip,
Oh my gosh.
that's so good.
Yeah.
One other argument against the oatmeal cookie, though, or like to make it worse, is no other cookie gets like stuck in your teeth the way oatmeal can.
I feel like no bakes can sometimes get stuck in your teeth.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right. What is give your case then for your first, since we were different.
Chocolate chip cookie, similar to what you said. We kind of described this yesterday when we were teasing first to worst. It's dependent on who's making it and what recipe they're using. Because I've had some pretty dry, pretty bad chocolate chip cookies. But if the right recipe is happening and the right person is making it, it's just a cookie I can't resist. Usually I'm not a dessert person, but if that cookie is really good, I'm like, man, I kind of want another one and another one and another one. And so, yeah, chocolate chip, it's a classic. And so I love that one. And it's probably the one that I'll eat the most over the holidays because I know my family's going to have a million of them around. And I love the recipe that we use where it's not like a hard cookie because I don't like hard cookies. I love them to be soft.
It's a difference. There's soft cookies like chewy or doughy.
Yeah.
Then there's crispy cookies, which some chocolate chip crispy can be very good. And then there's hard cookies.
Yes.
And hard cookies are bad.
Hard cookies are bad because it just means you didn't cook it right.
Yeah.
Like you didn't bake it right. And then, like I said, I have the worst for oatmeal raisin. And again, it's just a raisin that pulls it down for me. There's literally a story of me when I was, I think, maybe 2, where I was eating like an oatmeal raisin cookie and I thought it was chocolate chip and it wasn't.
Oh.
And like the person that was babysitting me walked into the living room and saw all these little things on the floor. And she was like, what are these? She picks them up and it's raisins. And I was 2 and I
feel
literally...
like every child has done this.
Yeah, I was 2 and I walked up to her and I was like, don't put raisins in my cookies. I spit them on the floor.
That's another thing about the raisins is they can dupe you. Dupe you if you're not paying attention.
I've unfortunately fallen for that.
877 Radio U. Now we need to hear from you on this first to worst. Which of us chose better when we agreed on the worst for the best and worst cookies, and which picks did we miss? What are we missing out on? Are there worse cookies than the oatmeal raisin? Are there better cookies than peanut butter or chocolate chip? Let us know. 877 Radio U. Allie, to recap real quick, your first is...
chocolate chip, worst oatmeal raisin.
And I also have worst oatmeal raisin, best peanut butter. We are doing first to worst. Allie and I chose our favorite and worst types of cookies. We're talking types, not brands of cookies. And you can chime in with your thoughts. What picks did we get right and wrong, and who picked better? 877 Radio U. I chose peanut butter as the best, and I chose oatmeal raisin as the worst.
I went with chocolate chip as the best, and I went with oatmeal raisin as well as the worst.
The texts are pouring in at 877 Radio U, starting with D, who says going with Allie. The only exception to oatmeal raisin was my granny's.
Aww. We heard from Regina. She says, you both lose because oatmeal raisin is the bomb.
Oh, come on.
I knew we were going to get text messages like this because those that do love oatmeal raisin defend it to the death.
There has to be a reason somebody makes them.
Yep. She says, I guess I'm basing it just on first, though, so I'm going with the peanut butter, so that's a vote for you, Hudson.
Yes.
She says, I judge anyone, especially adults, who mistake oatmeal raisin for chocolate chip.
Oh, come on.
Well, it's not that we're mistaking the oatmeal raisin for chocolate chip. We know that it's an oatmeal cookie, sometimes we don't realize the raisin is a raisin.
Yeah, but this is why I worry, or why I avoid all oatmeal cookies, because even if it looks like chocolate chips, it could be raisins.
It could be, and I've had both. I've had both situations happen. We heard from Mike. He didn't give us a vote, but he just said his favorite, Snickerdoodle cookies.
He voted for Snickerdoodles, which I didn't necessarily think about off the top of my head, but Snickerdoodles are great. I do love Snickerdoodles.
Those are good. We heard from my cousin Kathy, and I knew she was going to be very upset with both of our votes, or both of our decisions, because she says, oatmeal raisin is not the worst. I vote for neither of you.
Well, you know what? More for you. More for you, cousin Kathy. William says, I will not choose anything with chocolate because I don't like it that much. Also, I really like oatmeal raisin cookies, but would take an oatmeal white chocolate cookie. I've never had one of those.
Okay.
Instead, his favorite, also Snickerdoodle. Because of my dislike for chocolate, I'm going with Hudson for the better choice. Yeah.
But You don't like chocolate, but you like white chocolate? That's still chocolate.
Not really. I don't think
still-
white chocolate is technically chocolate.
What is it? Is it milk?
I don't know.
Is it just milk?
I'm just pretty sure it's not
Let's look
chocolate.
it up. You keep reading.
Let's see. We also heard from Susanna, who says, I feel like every cookie can be best or worst depending on who makes it. I actually kind of agree with you on that. No one should be surprised that I love oatmeal raisin, though. I'm voting for Hudson because I'll probably always choose peanut butter over chocolate chip, but molasses cookies are the best, especially if they have black pepper in them, so they're a bit spicy. Ooh, that sounds fun.
Okay.
I like a spice. I've had some spicy cookies. That can be a fun little kick.
I've never tried a spicy cookie, but I would be interested to try one.
Do we have a verdict on the white chocolate?
So white chocolate is made from cocoa butter, milk solids, and sugar. It does not contain cocoa solids. It is a type of chocolate derived from cocoa beans.
So kind of.
It's just a different type of chocolate.
Yeah, it's in between. I mean, it definitely tastes way different than regular chocolate.
But it still does have a chocolatey flavor, in my opinion. So that's why I was confused. I had never heard that it wasn't the same. So we heard from Thomas. He said, gonna go with Allie. Chocolate chip are just the best, especially when the chocolate is warm and melts in your mouth. Yeah, when they're just right out of the oven, that's so good. He says, right about oatmeal raisins, I don't want anything that can be considered healthy in my cookies. Oh, good point, Thomas.
Brandon says, best snickerdoodle. A lot of snickerdoodle love today.
Yes.
Worst, the ones with the kisses pressed on top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't like those?
I think I've said this at some point that those are typically peanut butter cookies with the kisses on top.
Yeah.
And I say I just prefer them without the kisses.
Why?
Sometimes I rip the kiss off and just eat the cookie.
But do you just throw the kiss away?
Yes, yeah, I do.
You throw it away?
Or give it to somebody who wants it.
Oh my goodness, that's so sad. Did we already read Marcus's text?
No, but you know what? Let's. We're getting a lot of votes for first to worst, so let's get to Marcus next. 8772 RadioU. You can chime in as well. First to worst. Which picks did we get right and wrong, and which picks did we miss entirely? Allie's team, chocolate chip for best, and oatmeal raisin for worst. I have oatmeal raisin for worst as well. And peanut butter for best. And a lot of people chiming in for snickerdoodle. 8772 RadioU. Let us know your thoughts. We'll get to more texts coming up. We're doing first to worst. Some more votes coming in as we debate the first and worst types of cookie. I had peanut butter as the first and oatmeal raisin as the worst.
I had chocolate chip as the first and also oatmeal raisin as worst. I have been informed that I think I missed out on an even worse cookie.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've ever heard of this cookie before. It's called anise cookies.
Oh, I hate anise.
Why did neither of us think of this one?
Because I think it's so horrible and it's so niche that typically, like, it's just been excluded from most of polite society.
I have never had one. I had never heard about it, but my cousin Kathy, who is the massive defender of oatmeal raisin, loves it. She feels betrayed that I chose it as worst. She sent that in, and she was like, this is the worst. And she sent me in the description, like the recipe, and it sounds truly the worst.
Anise is, it tastes like licorice, basically. And so, yeah, 100%. I remember years ago someone had brought in a plate of cookies to Radio U.
And they had anise cookies?
And one of them was anise, but I didn't, like, you can't tell by looking at it, or at least to me.
So
at
you
the time.
tried it and you were like,
yeah,
oh no.
I spit it out. So I guess to be fair, that doesn't make oatmeal raisin good, Kathy, but you are correct. Marcus texted in at 8772 RadioU and said the worst cookie I ever had in my life was a red velvet raisin cookie that was made by an old girlfriend of mine. She tried to make red velvet cake, but it didn't turn out well, so she made them into cookies instead.
How did that happen?
He did say the best cookie he ever had was his grandma's peanut butter cookies. So I guess it's a vote for me. He also said the reason why she put raisins in the red velvet cookies was because she ran out of chocolate chips.
She ran out, so like half of them had it and half of them didn't?
I guess so. I don't know. But I mean, a series of bad choices there.
Sounds pretty wild.
Although I will say, if you've ever had cake mix cookies, those very good.
Cake mix cookies.
Yeah.
I think I've had those before.
Yeah, really good.
We heard from Desiree. She said Mexican hot chocolate cookie for best. It tastes like a chocolate cookie. Chocolate chip cookie or just chocolate cookie?
I think chocolate.
Well, what's a chocolate cookie?
Like a cookie where it is a chocolate flavored cookie.
Okay.
Not just with chocolate in it.
Okay. with a touch of spice. So that's another spicy cookie.
That sounds really good. Mexican hot chocolate is great.
She says, worst cookie, never had one.
Ha!
Congratulations, Desiree.
Yeah.
And she says she's voting for you, which I
guess-
don't understand because she said chocolate and then is
But
voting for
that's
peanut
different
butter.
than chocolate chip.
But she's voting for peanut butter.
Landon says, first is whichever one we have the most of so I can just keep eating them.
Fair. John says, you're going to think I'm weird or crazy, but the Loft House frosted sugar cookies and chocolate chip cookies are tied first for me. The ultimate worst of time is peanut butter cookies.
What?
That's a cookie in denial of its sandwich roots.
Are you saying it's bad because of its personality or because it tastes bad?
Yeah, I
Because it
don't
doesn't
know.
taste
He
bad.
doesn't like it, apparently.
We heard from Chris reminded us. I don't think you were here for this,
I
Allie,
was not,
when
thank
he brought
goodness.
in the pickle cookies. Those are
Those
pretty
truly
bad.
were. Yeah, you should have just
But-
chosen those as the worst.
Quite frankly, though, not nearly as bad as the anise cookies.
Oh, my gosh.
Not even actually, and maybe not as bad as oatmeal raisin either. Chuck got in. Chuck says number one, definitely Snickerdoodle. Another point for Snickerdoodles. They're good, but also like a no bake, and not sure on worst. My sister also makes a peanut butter no bake, which is pretty good.
I love no-bake cookies. We heard from Max. He says, anise is nasty. I have to go with Allie for the chocolate chip cookie.
And surprise, surprise, Susanna, the oatmeal raisin defender, also says anise cookies are excellent.
Oh, we can't please everybody.
No,
this
we
is why
definitely can't.
first to worst is awesome because it's completely subjective. Everybody
Yeah.
has different tastes and enjoys different things. So that's always on display with first to worst.
Yeah, can I throw in one last controversial thing?
What?
For chocolate chip? I like chocolate chip cookies, but a lot of times when I'm eating them, I'm like, I wish this had less chips in it.
Why?
Yeah, because I like the just cookie part,
Oh my gosh, that's so sad.
especially when you're just eating the
You're
dough.
throwing away the kisses. You don't want the chocolate
Yeah.
chips. What's wrong with you?
You don't like chocolate either.
Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.